love me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
For the case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying on the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cut out my letter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust and that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
For the case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga.
Hip hop, yo. If you know, you know. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah.
It's from Brooklyn, y'all.
It's your boy. Diddy Pop. Herb Shop. Big Guns. I'm Bill Blast, Cool G Rap. Crack spots in Brooklyn with an 18 raised the murder rate out in Brooklyn. Tight robbed his own mom's church in Brooklyn. We was wild in the tunnel, niggas got their shine took.
I'm so Brooklyn, niggas know my name. Shit they said every time a nigga missed the chain. Had to do it for the dollars, I ain't do it for fame. Had to shoot 100 niggas just to work on my aim.
We ain't aiming at your leg, double tap at your brain.
Leave his body on the floor, blood flow in the drain.
They light candles on his ad, we gon' spin through a game.
For 40 days, 40 nights, niggas making it rain.
You get knocked for that body, better not say a name.
Shit, we took the same oath, my chain is your chain.
I'm from the old Brooklyn, nigga, you know how we play.
This whole team get it, spread love the Brooklyn way.
I did drive-bys, nigga, book dice games, nigga. From picking Ave to Blake Birdman to Miller.
My gun game sick, can't name a nigga iller. Had to fire on this nigga just to show him I was realer.
I had to fire on my man, he was fucking with the eye.
Had to fire on this nigga, he was talking to the cops.
Had the fire on the nigga, he was frontin' on my block.
Man, I fired on this nigga, he was looking at my watch.
I'm so Brooklyn, nigga.
And when I'm out of town, they call me Brooklyn, nigga.
From Detroit to LA to NC, nigga.
From Jersey back to the Barclay, nigga. To Labor Day parades on the Parkway, nigga.
The Callaloo dumbing in the Ark, my nigga.
I remember from the lab, Lennox Park, my nigga.
I rep East New York from the start, my nigga.
In Crown Heights, y'all got my heart, my nigga.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Y'all see it, Utica Park Place. Brooklyn forever, you heard me? Forever. It ain't nothing else to talk about when it comes to that. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Do me a favor and get them likes up, man. Do me a favor, get those likes up. If you're coming across in a vertical feed, hit the two dots up, hit the dot up in the corner, you know? I got one for y'all tonight. I've been sitting back thinking, you know, I was supposed to go live last night. I'm not gonna front. I was supposed to go live last night. I fall asleep. The Knicks is up by 14. I see we lost by 3. I'm not even upset. I'm not even upset at all. I'm not even upset at all. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, anybody but a dead body, do me a favor. Appreciate you, Angel. She know it. She know it. We got Angel from Chi-Town in the building. We got my Chi-Town sister in the building. Let's get into these, man. Shout out to my man GP on the tube. He said that image with London, Puff, and Nip. Puff had to look like, I don't even know what that meant. No diss to Nip, RIP, but a pic can tell 1,000 words. And you know I got that picture too, GP. I got that picture, GP. Great minds think alike. Shout out to my guy, City Bama. Day one shit before the tube. You heard me? Hey, Tanja. I see you in the building. She said, Big Dice Team Guardian, tuning in from work. Angie, baby. Is in the building. Is in the building. That's the female at arms. That's the top female at arms over here at Team Guardian. We got Angie in the cut holding it down, making sure everything is right. We got the comrade. Shout out to the comrade. Frank Boo is in the building from Vertical Talk. Y'all already know what them links. Drop them shits down. Grown folks comments. Grown folks conversation. You heard me? You heard me? Who else we got in this building? We got my guy, Artist Morrison, in the building. If y'all fucking with artists, do me a favor. Put this in the chat. Yeah. We got my sis, Angel Dickinson. Big Chicago shit. Appreciate you, sis. We got DMW shots, Brooklyn shit, no YouTube shit. ABG, Brooklyn shit, no YouTube shit. Long live Pop. If you know, you know. I got one for y'all. I got one for y'all. I'm not even upset. I'm rocking my orange today. I still got my Knicks colors on. It's only one game. I'm a little upset. I want to talk about it for a second. I'm fronting. I'm a little bit upset, y'all. I'm a little bit upset. Shout out to the Sister 7 in the building. I see you, sis. I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset. Because when I watched that replay this morning when I woke up, DJ, be quiet. I know she got Down syndrome. When I seen the replay this morning, Aaron Nesbitt. Shout out to Aaron Nesbitt. But I don't like him. When I saw that remix this morning, it seemed like I was being taunted by Reggie Miller. It seemed like I was being taunted by Reggie Miller because Reggie Miller did that back in 95, but he scored 11 points. This dude, Aaron Nesbitt, comes up and shoots 7 3-pointers. I'm watching the replay. Nobody's playing no defense on him. If he'd have been playing in St. John's Park, niggas would have injured him. They'd have injured him. See, y'all not, I know y'all saying that's some grimy shit to say. Let me explain something to you, man. I done made the phone call. I want the Jason Tatum on him. I want the Jason Tatum. The minute Nesbitt, Aaron, whatever his name is, to my Knicks fans, them probably watching because I got that orange rock and I want him out the game. I want him out. That was disrespectful. Very disrespectful, if you ask me. He came to the Garden and did that shit. Queen Gigi, I see you, sis. I see you in the building. Yeah, you see that shit? Man, I was ready to send them peoples up there. Take him out to White Castles and have a conversation with him. But when it comes to basketball, man, it comes to that shot. And then I see the drop. The shit hit the backboard and damn near go to space. The basketball damn near go to space and come right back down. And then I'm a little upset because we wouldn't have lost by 3. If anything, we'd have lost by 1 point. If anything, Virgo twin, I see you in the building, sis. We'd have lost by 1 point. Because when y'all seen that play with Jalen Bronson off the finger roll off the backboard, the ball hit the backboard first. The ball hit, and then that guy that played the defense hit it against. That's supposed to be 2 points. And the reason why we'd have lost by 1 point, because if you remember, Jalen Rose missed that one very valuable free throw. That one very valuable free throw. So we'd have still lost the game. Shout out to the ladies in the building. I want y'all to keep pulling up. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Shout out to my guys that's in the building because I'm going to talk about a few things earlier. But the topic of this conversation tonight is what is considered as disrespectful in a relationship? When it comes from a man to a woman, when it comes from a woman to a man, to some people that have a different lifestyle, when it just comes to two people that decide to come together as one, and then certain lines are crossed. But see, when we was coming up, it was totally different, y'all. It was totally different. Our parents showed us different things. See, we didn't really know our parents was arguing unless they started arguing. We didn't know our parents had beef unless they showed us that they had beef. You know why? Because certain things weren't for the kids. That's why I want to talk to the adults about this one. Angie, Angel, Queen Gigi, get all your homegirls up in here. Shots, Frank Boo, Artist, Virgo. I want everybody in here for this one because I got some things I want to talk about. I want to talk about some things I went through. I want to talk about some things that I have observed. Chilling with love, I see you in the building. Shout out to the sis. Y'all got y'all links. I want to talk about some things I've been through. I want to talk about a couple of situations I have observed. And let me explain something to you. I'm confused, y'all. Yo, Seven, let me ask you something, sis. Kevin Jones, I see you in the building, big dog. Seven, let me ask you something. If you're in a relationship with your man, and your man asks you something, Seven. He asks something of you. I'm not talking about anything sexual. I'm not talking about anything financial. I'm not talking about anything immoral. I'm not talking about anything with any type of integrity not involved. I'm saying your man, like me, I talk to my woman. Yo, check this out. You are my woman. There's certain things that if I ask this of you, I'm from the era when a man spoke to his woman about something that may be detriment to them or upsetting to him or may be dangerous to their peace of mind. They put their foot down. And they demanded a certain respect when it came to the protection of their women and their family. No disrespect intended. A lot of women is leading today, y'all. A lot of women is leading today. They're not leading today because of their dedication or their discipline or their determination. They're leading today because financially they're really the ones that are maintaining the relationships financially when it comes to certain dudes. Because it's a bunch of us. Don't get it twisted. It's a bunch of us, men, that feel as though our way is the only way when it comes to income and finance. I'm here to tell you, if you keep going to jail for selling drugs, you're not a drug dealer. If you keep going to jail for stealing cars, you're not a good car thief. If you keep going to jail for robbing people, you're not a good robber, etc., etc. You understand? So we're going to get to that later on. To the ladies that's in the building, I appreciate y'all pulling up. So you know I like to drop a little vibe. Make sure y'all roll up. If y'all want to smoke on something, y'all can do that too. So
Baby, till my whole life has changed since you came in. I know right then you were a special one, baby.
let's ride out, y'all.
Oh, baby, baby, baby.
Fair YouTube usage, y'all. Remember who y'all rocking with. Grown folks music. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Let's do this.
Say, it's not that I don't want you here.
Prince discovered her.
It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. No. I fall for you every time. We can get away, palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is inner visions on replay and sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Think you wish you would, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you, yet I just wanna feel you. I want you around. I want you around. I want you around. I want you around.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Talk to y'all for a minute. This type of shit I like to vibe out to, y'all. This keeps me calm.
Come through, I think I need you here. Yeah. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. Fuck gravity, I'd rather stay up here. Cause we can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is inner visions on replay and sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Think you wish you would, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you, yeah, I just wanna feel you.
What?
Feel you. I want you around. I want you around.
I'm gonna zone out. I chill, y'all, because I'm gonna zone out. I ain't gonna front, I zone out. I love great music. You dig what I'm saying? But it's time to get to this fucking content. Smash the like button, share it live. Tell them, Vibes. Tell them, Shots, we too grown for that motherfucking shit. I can't be listening to no motherfucking y'all when I'm driving. I can't do that. I ain't gonna front. If I'm cleaning up or bugging out around the house, lifting some weights or something like that, I can get into my old music. Tell them, ABG, we gotta grow up. We ain't with that shit. Ain't no chick wants you in the car playing. I'm with this cop from the stripper chick. She from Tennessee. Rest in peace to King Vaughn. I don't want to ride around listening to that type of shit. No disrespect intended. That's a fact. I want to talk about something tonight, y'all, because it's been bothering me. It's right here. I want y'all to honestly tell me something. James, I see you in the building. Beloved, salute. My sister, Ned, I see you in the building. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all, I want everybody to be honest right now. I want everybody to be honest about this situation right here. Because now all of a sudden, Mrs. Remy Ma, she has some things to say, y'all. And unfortunately, I am also guilty of this crime. If you are guilty of ridiculing, criticizing, and just feeling bad about the way the whole scenario bust out about Remy Ma, yo, put some motherfucking dice cubes up in the chat, because I was calling all type of hoes and sluts. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Just talking to myself. I was just disrespectful. I was just, fuck this, fuck her, fuck everything about her. Excuse my language. That's fuck you, Remy. That's what I'm feeling like Pat. You'd have thought I was with her. You'd have thought I was with her. But I want to be real about something, man. I want to be real about something. How y'all feel about this breakup? Be real. Fuck all the bullshit that we hear about them going through now. What do y'all feel about this breakup? Me personally, I'm going to be dead real with y'all. I'm going to be the first one to give you my opinion. I'm disgusted. I'm totally disgusted, especially the way the media is blown inside of proportion, because Papoose and Remy Ma is just the average person. But when it came to the description of Black love, it just seemed like it was something beautiful. But then I started paying attention. I started paying attention when they had the VH1 special. Now, see, anybody can say a man that stood down and held his woman down for 8 years. You heard her say numerous times that she used to tell him, yo, stop coming to every visit. That man was getting in the whip. Every visit she had, she said for like the first year, he was there. And she demanded that. She said, yo, you bugging. Annette said it's nasty because they acting like couples goals and they're not. She didn't even want to have a baby. Seven said, yo, they should have kept their business off the internet. Do y'all remember when there were allegations of Remy Ma being a lesbian? Anybody here remember that? James Hudson, he said, Remy, bye. Seven said, Papoose just responded to her. Angie said, I remember that. There was an incident on YouTube. You can type it in. Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj looking like me. Damn near had hair on her face. She in the projects. In a project stairwell. This bitch looking like me. She got hair on her face and everything. That's something right there. Something right there. Seven said, I remember. Bergen said, yep, Nicki Minaj or something. That's a fact. Frank Boo said, they appeared to be the paragon of black love. Yo, Frank, that's when I knew it was fake. That's when I knew it was fake. That's when I knew it was fake. I got a cousin down here. I ain't gonna say his name, but his name is Junior. Everywhere we go, we can go to shoot pool. He want to talk about his wife. We can go to the gun range. He want to talk about his wife. Like, I'm shooting. My wife wouldn't shoot like that, Dice. She would shoot sideways. We go fishing. He want to talk about his wife, how she fish. We went to an orientation together. We in orientation. He's talking about his wife. I asked him one day, yo, cuz, you happy? Virgo twin, if I ask you, yo, sis, are you happy? What's your answer? Yo, Shots, yo, you happy? Write your answer. Yo, Annette, are you happy? I want you to write your answer in there right quick. Everybody I just asked, are you happy? I want you to write your answer. I want you to write the first thing that comes to your head. Angie, are you happy? James said, Papoose held Remy down when she was in prison. Now she giving bitter ex-wife vibes. Frank Booth said, yo, I rooted for it because it reminded me, oh, man. I am honored to say this is one of my motherfucking OGs that I grew up admiring. I'm still glad he here. Like you already said, I rooted for it because it reminded me of my great-grandparents' kind of love in the modern day. Frank, let me show you something. Let me show y'all something. You see what he just said? And y'all notice I always put this picture up right here. I always put this picture up right here. I always put this picture up. I'm always put this picture up right here. Shout out to CB. The guy that did this picture for me, he made this picture right here collage. He said, did you ever notice that your mother looks like Elijah Muhammad? My man that did this picture for me, that did the introduction, did you ever notice that your mother looks like Elijah Muhammad? Look at their eyes. It brought tears to my eyes. This picture right here, it just brought tears to my eyes, respectfully. Grown folk shit. My grandparents, these two people right here, they had a different type of love. It was, this picture right here was in the late 30s. They was in Harlem in a place called a Cotton Club. They went to see Louis Armstrong. And it was another man, Louis Armstrong, and somebody else. They was in a Cotton Club in Harlem. My grandmother got diamonds in her ears. Good pair of Cohen glasses on, nice pearls on her neck. That look in my grandfather's eyes. And he had that thing on him. Pay attention to what y'all just said. I asked you, was you happy? Shot said, yeah. I said, Virgo child, you happy? She said, yeah. I said, Angie, baby, are you happy? Absolutely, and blessed. He definitely was with that shit, my guy. But the more we want to hear some funny shit? No, he wasn't. let me tell the truth. They say I act just like him. My aunts tell his sisters say every time you get around me, my aunt, every time I go to her house, her head stand up on her arm. She said, you my brother. My grandfather never wanted no problems, but if you played with his family or you played with his mannerism of respect, because he respected everybody, that's when you seen the bad side of it. Kind of reminds me of me. But when I asked my cousin down here that always talked about his wife, y'all, was he happy? Angie, you know what he said to me? Why you ask me that? That's what he said to me, Virgo. Shots. He looked at me and said, why did you ask me that? Hey, one the boss, I see you. Salute, beloved. Because Papoose and Remy, they had this thing like they was the super couple. And the more I watched that VH1 show, I said, they lying. And that's exactly how my grandfather was. That's why I carry the mannerisms I carry. Now, I know how I can get. I know how I have got in my time. Never want to feel them type of angers anymore. But I'm the calm one out the niggas I know. I'm really the softest one. That's facts. I said that shit laugh to myself. I got some friends, man. I got some family. Matter of fact, they're not even, these is brothers of mine. Even though they don't share blood, they share loyalty. See, that loyalty thing, that's what we're going to talk about later too. That loyalty thing is real serious with some of us. But I want y'all to pay attention to what Remy Ma had to say. Because she's a little upset. She's a little upset because you see the great Papoose, he decided, now this is Remy Ma. It's another picture of her. But look at this, man. I think this is what Remy Ma is really upset with. I really think in my heart, y'all tell me, put a big dice cube if they all agree. Look at her, man. Look at her. And look what he is dealing with. Look who he left her for. But if you put some makeup on her, she looked just like Remy Ma. Ain't that some shit? Pat gave her Remy Ma hairstyle. Y'all don't see the resemblance? You mean to tell me, if y'all say y'all don't see the resemblance, I'm ending the live. If you don't say these motherfuckers look like they sisters, I'm going to end this live. Somebody in here better say they look like sisters. Miss Vaughn Nicole, I see you, sis. She said, that's not why he left Remy. I ain't even getting to that yet, sis. I ain't even getting to that yet. But I bet you I can tell you what made him decide to leave her, what made him start. See, this is what women don't know. I'm going to give y'all some free game because I love my sisters. You think y'all are only ones that let things build up? The realest man will accept you for your flaws because he loves you. This is what we bred to do. Real men, for some reason, we got this dumb thing. We're trying to fix and save everything. We lose grip of fixing and saving ourselves, but we pour everything usually into the woman we call ours. East New York, I see you, sis. Angie said, you got to be your partner's peace. Their safe spot. My sister said this. Hold up. I seen it in the chat. Bingo. Annette said, You're right. She was locked up for 7 years. She came home and not wanted to be locked down in a relationship. My baby Keish in the building. He came 7.5 years. She came home. Didn't want to be locked down. Pay attention. This is not the average female. So I can't really criticize all on her. Number one, fellas, if you know your chick is a female artist, at one time was one of the biggest and hottest females in the game, and she go to jail for clapping something, the anticipation on her when she comes home because of the rap game back then, like when Shine went to jail, everybody anticipates what they were in jail writing about. Like Sue Surf, Free Sue Surf, the anticipation. If you know the woman that you choosing to be your wife is into that spotlight, it's a different type of compromising that you have to have within yourself. Frank Booth said, however though, they may have been faking it or something just fizzled. They restored a path amongst some of the younger generation to emulate love and respect for your woman. Now that's a fact. Because you know how black people is. We don't want nobody in our business, but we always telling our friends what's going on in our business. If that's the fact, let me see the dice cubes in the building. We don't want nobody in our business, but we always telling our friends our business. We don't want nobody in our business that we are not comfortable with explaining disrespect, hurt, pain. We don't want everybody knowing that. But when she came home, honestly speaking, everybody should be in agreement with this. If she came home and she went to jail with the reputation of being one of the hottest female rappers in New York City, alongside Terror Squad and Fat Joe, I would have thought automatically she wanted to get back into the studio. Now, pay attention to this. When she was in the studio, because she's still been planning to have a baby, planning to have a child, yes. Yes. But I don't see that in her. Remember, I did a show before when she had the sheer see-through dress, and you seen the look on. See, I don't think people be paying attention to the pictures that they take together. Why everybody look at Remy, but nobody looks at Papoose? Look at his eyes. Yeah, he high. Seems to be under the appearance of some good bud, but his eyes. And look at her eyes. They so fucked up, they forgot to smile. Ain't that some shit? Don't you notice when you really around somebody you enjoy or somebody you love and somebody is going to capture a picture of the two of y'all are just going to overjoy with smiles and giggles? That ain't no smile and giggle. Big Kev said, yo, she on air right now with 12,000 people airing his ass out. You see what the net said? Pap is super private. They been split. He kept shit until Remy allowed her new man to put it out there. Now, that's the cold-blooded truth because of the situation. But I don't think y'all really understand. Pap looked like Easy. Easy is a rapper just like Pap. They both have this persona, being stand-up firm individuals. But let's pay attention to what she got to say. Because, you know, she didn't say nothing at first. YouTube usage. But now she wants to talk. Let's see if y'all believe her.
I couldn't take it anymore. I said, hey, this ain't what it is. We can't keep doing this.
Hey, Phoenix.
You talking about people being truthful? Truthful? The truth, you will probably literally, like, people would cry if they knew the truth. Like, literally cry. Like, cry. I look at it and I feel sorry for old girl. Like I feel sorry for her because I know the circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like I would cry. I feel bad. I feel bad. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Hello. Hello.
Many of our nation's veterans live with PTSD. The VA's PTSD.
Oh, I'm on live. I thought you was calling me to tell me to get off live. No, I'll call you back. How am I going outside? Because I'm not sitting here telling y'all everything that happened. That in a marriage, if you've never been married, you understand? If you've never been married, you wouldn't understand the bond that's supposed to be between two people. You wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand. Hold on, what you saying? Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand? But I don't care what people think. Can't nobody with a revolving door on a coochie tell me I'm for the streets. I've been with the same man. I was with the same man for almost 20 years. Can't nobody tell me I'm for the street and make me feel some type of way. Are you crazy? Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny. Why people like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When she was cool, when she was like, when it was what I thought it was, I kept it a bean. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female who has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically, is there for you, treats you like this wonderful thing, right? And you just say, you know what? I don't care. Fuck this whole shit. Who does that? Nobody.
She dropped a hell of a motherfucking point there, y'all. I ain't gonna be biased on that. I don't believe in that sucker shit. She dropped a hell of a motherfucking point right there, y'all. When she said, I'm looking at her eyes. When she said, unfortunately, he worries about what y'all think about him. She said, but me personally, I love my fans and all that, but I can give a flying fuck. And that's it. That chick is big mad, Dice. Let's go for a minute. Pay attention. She's hurt. Virgo Child said, yo, she ain't like that Breakfast Club interview. Let's pay attention to specifically what she said. She said, when the dude was all that, I was telling y'all he was all that because it was a band. It was something else that I was thinking. She said, but when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. AP, I see you. Oh, East New York in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, man. Share this live out. Grown folks conversation. Remy said when he was the straight up dude, I was supportive of him. But she said something, man. This goes for men or women. The minute a man starts feeling a certain way about his woman's interaction or the way she's treating him, looks at her funny. The same thing with y'all women. When y'all feel the same thing, you start looking at us funny. Pay attention. When he was allegedly the perfect gentleman, she praised him repeatedly. When he wasn't, she said she stopped. Annette, you ready for 10 seconds? Are you ready, Annette? Just say yes. It's already cocked. It's going down. Are you ready for 10 seconds? Are you ready for 10 seconds? I ain't talking to nobody but Annette right now from home. Are you ready for 10 seconds? Are you ready for 10 damn seconds? I hope you got get yourself together because here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, boom. I don't give a fuck about all that bullshit. No, Angie, no, don't do it, Dallas. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that sucker shit y'all talking about. It's equal rights over here. This right here is 10 seconds, respectfully. That's a fact. Respectfully. Y'all in 10 seconds. Anybody? Yo, any of y'all dudes with this? Tell me somebody else that's with this shit right here. I love you, Annette. You know that you my sis. I don't give a fuck. That's family. I done grabbed her, I adopted her. But you're not exempt from 10 seconds. She's up there. Why? 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 I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. You know why I'm going to tell you? This why. You ready to know why? I'm going to tell you after job. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you after job. Now we got to bring that back. Shout out to the guy, man. If you know, you know. Old head, I see you in the building. Yo, shout out to everybody in the building. We got the old head man in the building, 22. Frank Boo said some deep shit I got to go back to. He said, I jacked that as well, bro. He said, but what I know, as well as it's a very strong brother that does a whole bid with a sister. Missing, no visits. Homie was a paragon for the real. That's why he went with her. That's why he went with Lou Rawls. Right here, she is looking like Lou Rawls on the remix to You'll Never Find. This is a fact. This is a fact. This is why he went with her. Disloyalty will drive a nigga crazy. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's look at her look. You're right, ABG. Let's check her out. Look at Remy Ma dressed up and look at her dressed up. Pap trying to get Remy back. If y'all really want to look at comparisons, just like she did with Easy the Block Captain, she trying to get Pap back. See, she is Remy Martin. This is him. This right here is him. All jokes aside. Disloyalty will drive a nigga crazy. Disloyalty, ladies, will drive a nigga crazy. Yo, my guys in the building, give me dice cues in my bugging. My guys in the building, give me dice cues in my bugging. Okay, let me give you a scenario. Hypothetically speaking, there's a man in the street and he's around a bunch of individuals. Some people may look at it as savage, but this man and his friends are brothers. One is all. Everybody's alike. The people that are in the circle of this gentleman look to him for the guidance, not the leadership. See, that's what fucks up with a bunch of people today. They want to put the titles on shit. Nah, the guidance of an elder, a person that has much more experience with something that'll be best for the whole conglomerate. If a man could get the respect of individuals that live lawless, some people may say live like outlaws, but come inside of his home and can't get an inch of that respect from the woman that's in love with him or he's in love with, it will drive him crazy. Fellas, how you feel about that? Yo, Wax, where you been, bro? Shout out to Wax AP, the knowledge in the building. Wax, he'll tell you the same thing I'm saying to you right now. Ladies, when your man think you are no longer loyal to him, you can put him in a very, very dangerous mode. Listen to me now. You can put him in a very, very dangerous mode. Because when a man feel as though his woman don't love him and she ain't in his corner, niggas start looking at everybody around him. Because this would go through a man's head. If I entrusted and opened up and gave everything to her, and she just disregarded that and put that to the side and have me questioning her loyalty, now I start wondering about the dudes around me. Now I start wondering about family members. I swear to God, this is a fact, isn't it? That shit could drive a nigga fucking crazy. For real. That's why I say with the conversation I want to talk about, what's disrespectful in a relationship? To the sisters in the building, Miss Tanja, let me ask you something. Say you have a man, or if you don't have a man, just hypothetically a question. Say you have a man, and he say to you, that person right there has done something against me, of lost me. And he is no longer considered anybody that I deal with. If you look at your man and say, but he didn't do nothing to me, are there any women in here that still, if they man asks them to do something like, yo, check this out, stop fucking with that bitch, and it's no conversations? Is there any women in here? Can I get some hearts? Are there any women in here, if a nigga, your man, look at you and be like, yo, stay the fuck away from that nigga? Because you know how we talk. Respectfully, I just want to be straight up. Yo, stop fucking with that bitch. The bitch ain't for you. Keisha in the building. She'll tell you who I am when it comes to certain shit like that. These is facts. Like, you know, nowadays, if a man asks a woman something, she says, why? So if we walking down the block and I tell you, duck, and you look to me to go, why? And you get shot in the face. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? But ladies, I'm from a different era. Our women, when we had girls and women back in the days, they were very observant of us. And it wasn't because their voice or their input wasn't of importance. Women understood certain things they were not supposed to even bring up off of notion. Now, if an example of something harmful is to come towards her man, if she should foresee this, if she's an example of something coming forth harmful to her man that's going to disrupt her and her family and maybe the children that they have, now it's her right to demand that he pays attention to something that she is now about to ask of him. Stay with me for a minute. Frank Boo said, disloyalty and lack of respect usually begins with us, men. Beloved, pay attention. Pay attention now. Pay attention to the rest. When y'all said this to us, as men, not little boys, as men, we understood that y'all would never just bring up something stupid or just for no reason, because you knew the severity of certain things that we may or may not have been involved with. So when you spoke about certain things, yo, babe, that nigga ain't for you. Yo, babe, don't trust them niggas. We automatically paid attention and listened. It wasn't no, what you mean? Don't trust them niggas. We automatically listened. Because as a man, we understood that if our women adamantly express something that they saw on their heart, the wisdom of them is to protect us also. This is facts. The knowledge of us is to direct and guide. The wisdom is to support and direct. It's the same thing, different angles, the same outcome. Frank Booth said it. Women usually follow our leads after we court and they are fed up. And I said, I've been done that. So the thing when she said earlier, why she got 10 seconds, Pat didn't talk about what was going on in their relationship. After him and Easy the Block Captain allegedly had the fist fight, then there were pictures and videos spotted with him and Miss Claressa Sheilds. He didn't have to get on the internet and say, yo, me and Remy ain't together no more. He showed the world. He in Puerto Rico with her, Claressa Sheilds. He in Jamaica with her, Claressa Sheilds. They in Cancun, Claressa Sheilds. They're in Dubai, him and Claressa Sheilds. Do you pay attention to the paparazzi that's around? Even if, let's say, Pat wasn't so familiar as far as when it came to being a rapper. She's very well popular because she's the motherfucking champion of the fucking world. He said, I disagree. He had to save face. But pay attention to this. What's the outcome? Now, all of a sudden, she said they ain't been sleeping together since 2022. Since 2022. Let's get back into what she had to say.
Oh, everyone looks so much happier now. Girl, man, don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody with nowhere to stay. Tough.
That was some cold shit right there. She said, don't nobody fall in love with nobody faster than somebody that's looking for a place to stay. Yo, Wax, you heard that shit? That was some cold shit. He said, yo, hashtag, they back together. When it's all said and done and back together. Let me explain something to you. My opinion, bro. they'll never be right again. And they're both in love with each other. They will never be right again. And they are obviously both in love with each other. Because Pat could have been like, yo, me and my shorty going through some shit. I don't really know what's going on. I'm digging your style or whatever like that. But like she's saying, they ain't been together like that physically, even sleeping together in the same room since 2022. But to be out everywhere like that with the paparazzi shit running around like that.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new.
Literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'm going to drag you. I'm going to drag you. And I haven't even been dragging them. Bad enough, you got my daughter's mom out here looking crazy because you refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see. They'll see. I seen one of these. She was like, she said there was others. Who are they? I want to know. Do your own homework. No. Well, why she outed me? Well, why she outed me? Because you loud. And I know he cares about his personal image and what people think. I needed that. I was being told, you want me out? You want me out? Call police. Call police. Call your brother. Call your brother. Like, what? I'm not calling nobody. I'm not calling nobody over here to try.
I ain't gonna front, that's some Brooklyn shit. I ain't saying that's not true. Miss Savannah said, he can say, and nobody lets a motherfucker stay quicker than a lonely, needy woman. I'm just saying, people need to just leave it, not happy with someone instead of hanging on and playing victim. Jay Richards said, yo, what that mean? She going to drag him though. She said that every time Miss Claressa Sheilds says something pertaining to her, she's going to talk about something pertaining to him when they were in a relationship. Because remember, now pay attention to this. This is one thing I got to stand on. Verbally, Remy never said nothing. Remember, there was a rap battle, the dude from California. He even included the whole scenario and the allegations between Remy Ma sleeping with Easy the Block Captain. Forgot his name. He's a Crip. He's from California. That's a fact. Hold on, let me get this shit right. There it is. Word up. The link is dropped, y'all. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let's get into this work. Fair YouTube usage. Can you dig it? Let's go.
I to get them. First of all, the people telling me to call, they got love for you. They look at you as family. Jason Lee, what? Nah. I'm tired of anybody that I sit next to. Oh, that's a new boyfriend. Oh, she's on boyfriend number 4. How the have a boyfriend? Where I have a lawyer. I have a lawyer. She has been retained since last year. Because the original plan was like, you know what? You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. We said we was going to raise our daughter a certain way. You know.
Yo, Wax, what up, boy?
Love your soul, boy. What's the word, boy?
Tell me something good, Hollywood. Right back at you 1,000 times, nigga. Where the fuck you be at? But when you ain't on there flipping, that means you doing something else. You know, I know.
Yeah, you know, I got a lot going on. But salute to the chat. FB, take my hat off to you. FB, a real legend, man. Shout out to FB.
Frank Bo, shout out to Frank Bo in the building.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's the big bro right there. That's the big bro. A lot of respect. DMW. Hey, yo, I think with this though, bro, I think that, you know, like at the end of the day, Papoose did the honorable thing, right? Remy caught a situation and people glorify how Pap held her down. Like she even did that. So like with this situation right here, I think Remy is showing that she's the one unstable because she has been with several other high profile entertainers, right? And then again, at the end of the day, Pap's still a man though. You feel what I'm saying? Like she running around, she doing this, doing that. Even if he was going out, like the way he was doing it, he was showing like he was being a man to his woman. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I felt like, you know, she kept, every time he turned around, she was publicly being seen with other people. Then he was hearing about things. So I think he did this, you know, as far as, you know, like him being a man, like, yeah, somebody else want me. But I think though, Dice, I think though, after all the bull crap, bro, I see them getting back together though, bro. That's just my personal opinion.
I think, you know what? I do see them being to the, I think if they was to get back together, it would be so paranoid on both sides.
Right. There's a lot.
Self-destruct from inside out. If that makes sense.
No, it does, because the worst thing to do in a relationship is destroy that trust, right? And then Frankie Boo had a valid point though, bro. It's like, once a woman gets fed up, you feel what I'm saying? She ain't getting fed up because you're doing the right things. Once she follow your lead and take on them traits, a lot of men can't stand that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Then you got the independent woman mind state, which is good for a woman to be independent, go out, get her own, you know how to provide, take care of herself, hold down what she got to hold down as a woman, being head of household. However, even if your income surpass your man's income, you're still his wife. He's still your man. You still need your man. He still needs his woman. Like that mind state right there, bro. Like I don't like that mind state right there. I think it's like a cancer. You feel what I'm saying? Because if things can't be rectified amongst the two when they together, as far as co-parents, I mean, it is what it is. But I have a different point of view. I think the co-parenting, like on my time, I provide, take care, and protect, and do what I got to do as a parent, and you do it. We don't got to be mutual friends, but that don't mean I despise or dislike you either. We both got to handle our business. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just it'd be a lot of times though, Dice, like if I just going hypothetically, if I was with Keisha and Keisha requirements as a man was, she didn't care about me being out Thursday and Friday and chilling with the men. She just wanted me at home when she get off work to cook. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't care. Well, me and Keisha didn't make it. Now I done met Sonya. Well, Sonya requirements is different. She want me home with her like a man's supposed to be around the clock. You see what I'm saying? The requirements are different. So the way I was with Keisha, I can't be in my next relationship. So you got to decode and reprogram yourself as you're moving on, but you can't move on to new relationships once you still going through turmoil, baby mama drama. You still getting phone calls. You still calling her. She's still calling you. You're not, that relationship is not a closed chapter, and it's not right to the next person that's going to encounter them situations, them problems. You feel what I'm saying? So I agree with, I mean, you know, you got a very wise chat though, bro, but it's
Hold on, you got a question, nigga. Hold on, slow down. My sis, East New York 318. Shout out to the fresh pack of Fronto. The $5 super chat is the fresh pack of Blood Cloud Fronto. She said, Mr. Wax AP, what have you heard? I've been following this P. Diddy trial. Talk to me about it.
Oh, wow. I didn't want to change it. So
she jumped on it. She paid the super chat for that. We got to answer the question. Shout out to the super chat.
Initially, I said that Puff was going to be, I think those charges was just to hold Puff. I thought that Puff was going to be charged with, you know, the M for hire. You know, understand what I'm saying? Well, how unfortunate. Rest in peace to Heavy D. Rest in peace to, you know, Kim, the other dude, the Harrell dude. All these people, all these people mysteriously died. Ways of they're saying that, you understand what I'm saying? It's alleged that, you know,
Hold on, I didn't mean to cut you off, Wax. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Excuse me.
I did this show a year ago. Deja Vu. I talked about, it was 5 people that was around that whole project. Andrew Harrell, Heavy D,
right,
Albie Shore,
right,
Kim Porter, and Puff.
Right.
I'll be sure. You see what you just said in the chat. Talk about it. Bring that up, because I was going to ask you about that, because I watched the documentary and he seemed pretty convincing, bro.
He you know what though? It's like when you don't have money and you're going against the upper echelon with the people with the money, the people that's in the right places that know the right people, it's very hard to be convincing. Even if your story is the whole truth, the powers that be that's in certain positions, they're not going to allow that truth to be spread. Any type of way that truth be spread, it's called exposure. You could bring a lot of people down. However, if any, and I believe the Al B. Shore testimony, right? And it was very, very, very damaging for Puffy, right? Rest in peace to Kim Porter. She went on record and she told the man that if anything happened to her, that, you know, that look at them. She was allegedly in good spirits, good health, and everything. Puff Daddy, you know, until and if he is convicted, he deserves to have a fair trial, regardless of what any of us says. The evidence will remain and show what really happened, right? But if Puff is convicted of these things, he is more of a demon than I thought he was. Look for Puff Daddy to be indicted with federal charges, bro, on that in for hire. These people.
Rest in peace to Wolf, though, because you know,
yeah,
the situation with the Shine shit. Like, I actually shout out to my nigga Julius and my nigga Barry wife. They were shot at that incident when that shit went down. So Puff is always, see, this is the thing that I laugh about. Real Brooklyn shit. I don't know if 7 is still in here. People really had this perception of Puff of being this witheringly scared individual. Very dangerous man, yo. Allegedly. Allegedly. Did you see the Joker? Did you see that Joker shit, Wax?
Yes, I did, and that shows his character. You feel what I'm saying? Like that shows character. You gotta remember, until he actually got conscious to where the camera was watching him, he showed his real. He's the Joker. He showed his real colors when he thought, "Don't be you," and that was a nasty. The energy that he gave off. You feel what I'm saying? That's Puff Daddy. That's P Diddy. Take that. Just and that was just part of who he is. And then the things, you know, like he has so much damage and testimony. What Usher is saying. You feel what I'm saying? And then Usher with his spill. These people that's coming out and they're speaking their piece. They are content now that they can finally tell their side of the story. Puff Daddy was a very, very, very powerful person. And a lot of people want to be heard. A lot of people got a lot to say. Kid Cudi, right? When Kid Cudi went into that situation, right? It went. Guess what? Now Kid Cudi, he is an entertainer, right? And they should have took that seriously, right? And then it was like it was overlooked. But we can go back further to when Wendy Williams, she went on air and she spoke the truth. He had her behind in Philly the next day. You feel what I'm saying? She spoke the truth. So like the testimony, not even the testimony, these people that's getting the chance to reflect on the events and the accounts that they witnessed. Puff Daddy is an animal, bro. Puff Daddy is an animal, bro. Puff Daddy's an animal.
And remember, I did the show, yo, Wax, knock on wood, deja vu again. I did a show, right? Rest in peace to Craig Mack. I did a show one night. Wax AP popped up on the show. And I was speaking about situations that allegedly led up to, unfortunately, demise of Craig Mack when he passed away. Gene Deal did the same show about a month and a half ago and disclosed what I said and even deeper detail pertaining to that situation with Craig Mack. Rest in peace. Small world. And you was here, Wax. You was here for that shit?
I remember. Yeah, I was. You know, rest in peace to Craig Mack.
Word.
I'm actually, excuse me, Big Dice. I'm actually
nigga, we here.
I'm actually doing some research now because I gotta find exactly what it was. This alleged medical use that they use to induce these people rapid hearts and brain aneurysms. And just think about the ways that those individuals' demise came about, right? And there is medicine that can induce a heart failure. You understand what I'm saying? Make you go to cardiac arrest, right? So at the end of the day, you know, he said that his internet was actually disabled. He said the cable company. He said all these things that, and now this is what's really going to be bad, right? Gene Dale, I know him personally. I met him, whatever, right? But this is what I don't like. I got to be real, right? Because now he has his part of the story to tell. Well, he was there when a lot of these events was taking place. If he wanted the credit, right, he could have been a whistleblower to bring that shit down. Excuse my language, to stop all those nasty things that was happening if they was happening, right? Mr. Deal, with no disrespect, it is what it is. He's just as bad because he allowed. You got to remember that was Puffy's personal bodyguard, right? He's seen some things that other people didn't witness, right? So if you're into the fame and this, that, and the third, you know, to the people that's not conscious and say, shout out to Gene Deal, all right, cool. But to the people that is conscious, Mr. Gene Deal was there from the duration when it first started. He could have been stopped this shit. If it was just as bad, if he witnessed anything, because guess what? The picture that's painted of Puff Daddy is a very, very dark black picture. And if they was around him being his personal bodyguard, he done witnessed this man have outbursts. He done witnessed this man abuse his power, abuse his money, disrespect people. He done witnessed that shit. He don't witness that shit. Puffy showed people who he was when they was making the band, was trying to get a record deal, and out of the misery, and he thought that it was so humorous to him that he disrespected them people as artists, as human beings, and showed no integrity. And what was the humanity when he made them people walk to go get him a goddamn cheesesteak? What does that have to do with a record deal?
A cheesecake, that's a fact. When he told him
that's an abuse of power. That's an abuse of power.
That's a fact.
Right? So Mr. Deal, with all due respect, he was there, bruh. He was there. He could have been the whistleblower. He could have got credit for saving so many people, because he was with Puffy at the epitome of his career.
That's right.
When Bad Boy was ruling and on everything, he was there with him.
He was.
Right, he was. So all these acts that these people are talking about, these are acts that happened decades and decades ago, and just recently, up until he was, taken off the street, right? He was doing these things. That's who he is.
That's right.
Why he didn't step in back in?
That's right. And they released the photos. Damn, I should have got him off the thing. Shout out to the sister Net. They released the photos of the seizure of certain things. Bunch of baby oils, brand new high heels, a gun, all type of drugs, all type of wild costumes and stuff like that. Yo, Wax, how you feel about this situation right here? I'm gonna show you something, right? Because I got a little picture I want to show you something. I want to pay attention to this. This picture right here. There's some allegations out right now about this too right here. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. There's some allegations about this right here. This young lady right here by the name of Lauren London. Lauren London. All right, this is a picture. Shout out to my man GP. He spoke about this photo. I already had it loaded up. Check this picture out right here. How do y'all feel about this picture? Be honest.
Me?
Talk, Wax, you here? I'm looking at the chat too.
How I feel about that, right?
Talk.
At how I feel with where is that right now with Laura London, respectfully, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. With the allegations, what was alleged that her and P. Diddy was allegedly intimate, right? Me personally, right? I believe it, right? I believe it.
That's
I believe it because the stage that it came out, I believe it. In the same token, right? Lauren London has to live. She has to move on, right? With no disrespect to Nipsey Hussle, right? She still has a life that she has to lead. Now, because of the way that this story was broke, right? I believe it, Big Dice, and you can't just get me to believe anything. I believe that something was going on, right? Because of where it came and how it is. But then again, Big Dice, I really can't fault Miss London, because at the end of the day, you got to look at how Nip lived. You understand what I'm saying? So again, it goes back to what Frankie Boo has said. A lot of times a woman to start emulating her man's characteristics, his styles, what he got going on. And some people can't accept it. Now, even if she was engaged and messing with Puff Daddy, I mean, I still don't look at her any differently. You feel what I'm saying? But me personally, I believe it though, Big Dice. I believe it.
He said that picture right there, the picture looks very disturbing. Savannah said she's leaning away, fear in her face a little bit. I didn't even catch that.
because of their personal, because of what they got personal. See, and
Now
shout
pay
out to the
attention.
chat.
You see how she said that? Leaning away? Wax, you
Right.
come here. We got some
Right.
shit to see. I got some shit for you to see. I got some shit for you to see, nigga. I got some shit for you to see. But we're going to show it after Rolex Dre. Let's go.
Pardon me, darling, for I'm acting all scary, but my heart been broke, so I'm a little leery. Apart these women, they really tried to tear me, and when I was locked up, they wouldn't come near me.
Yo, shout out to my nigga Puplo, aka Rolex Dre. Like my man ABT said, if you know, you know. Yo, Wax, I got some shit. I want you to listen to some shit. I got some shit because I want you to talk about it.
Work
Y'all
right
always
there.
see the crazy side of it. They always see the crazy side. I ain't gonna front with Wax come over here. He'll be ranking. But if y'all want to go to Wax, get over to the dial. That nigga, I be listening to this nigga at work. That's why I be saying, why he ain't going live? I ain't got no crazy shit. I put my headphones on at the job, bro. And just get away from everybody. Shout out to Chillin' with Love, Harlem Legend, China Brim. That shit be getting me through the motherfucking day, y'all. Shout out to Old Head, OG Bobby Johnson, Artist Morrison. That shit be getting me through. Hold up. The amazing Caucasian is in the building. Mimi, you about to give me 10 seconds if you don't tell me where you was at. You about to get 10. The gun is out. I done clapped the net tonight. I'm shooting.
Big Dice, excuse me. She looked at so that picture, right? Because I just looked at it on a TV. That picture, she did look uncomfortable, right? She looked uncomfortable, right? She looked uncomfortable, but she looked uncomfortable in the sense of that's her guilt, right? And even because if without these allegations, right? If these allegations didn't come forward, right, and somebody just seen that picture, the average person can point something out with this picture. The average person can, because if you look at that picture, it don't hold the energy, right? Them big dogs right there, bro. Them big dogs, but she just looked uncomfortable, and that's only because her and him only know what's going on. Look at Nip, he don't have a damn idea. Nip don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, because she got a picture like Pup, like I got him. She like, damn. Nip like, yo, why the fuck these niggas looking like this, yo? But check this out. I want you to listen to something right quick. How you feel about JAQUAR WRIGHT, y'all? How you feel about JAQUAR WRIGHT, Wax?
JAQUAR WRIGHT. I think JAQUAR WRIGHT. Some things have merit. I think shock value is consistent. and man, I want to say.
Let's listen to what you got to say right quick. Talk to me and tell me something. Let's go over something right quick.
Are people forgetting it was her and Lauren London? I just find it so funny how people are always omitting names and not really looking into the true facts.
In my previous years, I went to a seminar about death.
Okay. Fuck that. Talk to me, Wax.
Let me hear that again.
Oh, you don't want to hear that again? You don't want to hear that again?
Yeah, I do. I need to hear that again.
You don't even want to hear that shit again. Listen to this shit, y'all.
Looking into the true facts.
In my previous years, I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell me. Well, you're just telling me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share, please.
You need to like get shit off your chest and speak on life. To reflect.
Yo, why is she laughing?
To a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell me. Well, you're just telling me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share.
I don't get that shit. I don't get that shit.
Yeah, we never will, right? Because the irony of it is we as humans, we all different, bro. And that's what makes us unique. And some people are different in a weird way where you're not supposed to understand them. But even if we don't understand and we don't have the answers for certain questions, it's okay, it's cool, right? Her interest, you understand what I'm saying? It might be intriguing, but she might have a reason for her being into that. I'm not into that shit. I'm not, right? I'm just addressing.
That's
but
a fact. That's some spooky weird shit.
Yeah, and a lot of people be into, because they're human beings, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And people be into.
Put a twist on it. I'm gonna put a twist on it.
Okay.
Or could she have just been admitting, quote unquote, she knew Nip was about to die?
I don't think so. I think Nip's demise is because he wanting to be in the hood. I respect what Charleston White said.
Okay, good.
A lot of
Good.
people
Listen, listen.
Share, please.
You need to like get shit off your chest and speak on life. It's reflection on a real story and a real path that I've taken.
So Jaguar Wright is back with bombshell claims about how Diddy was the one who set up Nipsey for his tragic end. But get this, Diddy didn't carry out the job alone. He had an inside man or woman in this case, moving all the pieces into place and making sure that the plan went off without a hitch. And that inside woman was none other than Nipsey's own girlfriend, Lauren London. According to Jag, Lauren introduced Nipsey to Diddy, setting off a chain of events that ended in heartbreak. Fans are now re-examining Lauren's close ties to Diddy and whether she played a bigger role than anyone realized. Just how did Diddy and London get involved in the first place? And is she really capable of taking out the father of her kids? Well, it's time to find out. So Jaguar Wright sat down for another one of her explosive interviews, and this time she's laser focused on Lauren London. See, Jag has been trying to get people to open their eyes about her for ages, and she's hoping now that Diddy is behind bars, people will pay more attention to her words. According to her, Lauren got her position by making deals with the likes of Diddy, and that people should pay more attention to the fact that she was the one who introduced Nipsey to Diddy.
I want y'all to think about what's Lauren London's life like. She looking a whole lot like my cousin Faith right now, ain't she? Hook up with the biggest rapper at the time. Everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip to Diddy. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in L.A. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
Talk to me, Wax.
All right, so part of that can be true, right? Part of that can be true. First of all, I know Faith personally. Faith got a lot to say bad about her, right? But so part of that can be true, right? The part of Lauren London introducing Nip and Puff Daddy, that can be true. The part of Lauren London actually gaining certain positions throughout the industry on the power of and the strength of Puff, that can also be true, right? What happened with Nipsey Hussle, his demise, the gang activity, and this, that, and the third, that's separated. You can't intertwine the two. I know some things that really happened with that. And there's some other individuals that's involved with that. But let's stay with the Lauren London thing. There's a lot of that can actually be true as far as what Jaguar Wright said. There is. But I'm going to separate certain things because of certain things that I know, right? But how unfortunate, even if, let's just say worst case scenario, that all her claims are true, right? Mm-hmm. How unfortunate that it took for this man to lose his life if, like what's the end game, right? Because even if I'm disregarding anything that I know, and I'm just going off Mrs. Wright's content. Like, was it worth it though? You feel what I'm saying?
Always the queen, the godmother's here.
Was it worth? Excuse me. Was it worth it though? You feel what I'm saying? This man losing his life when the picture that's painted when you look at Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle is a beautiful marriage. You feel what I'm saying? It like the vows is upheld. You feel what I'm saying? It was like two became one when you look at them individuals. It was a beautiful marriage, a beautiful couple. But then, after his demise, here comes all the foolery. You understand what I'm saying? Now you got to cipher out what you believe, what you don't believe, what is true, what is not true. And even so moving forward, this lady still has a life that she has to live. Is she not supposed to move on and find love and happiness? She's a beautiful lady. Right. She's a beautiful woman. How long is she supposed to hold on and just say, before she move on? She high profile, you feel what I'm saying? Now this right here, this is damaging to her. This right here does her no good because it's going to open up a lot of things with Nipsey Hussle. It's going to open up a lot of things, bro, with Nipsey Hussle. Jaguar Wright, bro. Like, the one thing about her, I feel like, she's not afraid to speak her mind. I think some things, she be dead on the head with it. Some things I think she be reaching with, right? But I in all fairness, this her recollection about their history, I would take bits and parts of that because I do believe that there's a possibility that he could have catapulted Lauren London into a position if they had any kind of relations. That's a strong possibility. And if they did, well, we know he definitely in a position to do that. We know that. Nipsey Hussle being introduced to Puff Daddy, there's a very, very, very strong possibility that she's the one that introduced them. I mean, it's a possibility. But, you know, and other than that, you know, everything else is like, I just can't, you can't connect them dots, not with me. But, you know, rest in peace to Nipsey, though, bro.
Well, you know what? Like I said, before we get out of here, I want you to talk to me about one more thing. I want you to talk to me about one more thing. I did a show the other day about this new compelling evidence that's coming out that's literally in the favor for Tory Lanez. We got Wax AP in the building, y'all.
Woo.
Got him in the building. Let's go.
Tory Lanez.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told.
Tory Lanez, man, talk to me. How you feel about this shit, man?
Free Tory Lanez. I got a big issue with this, right? Because I got an issue with, I got a lot of problems with this, Big Dice. I got the issue with taking citizens, productive members of society, and telling them that they're mandated to sit in the trial to make a decision on somebody's life that can have a short or long-term effect, right? The jurors, right? I don't think that, I think that having the general public be jurors on the being mandated, I don't like that. I want to try myself. But this Tory Lanez thing, right? Tory Lanez went to trial. He was convicted by 12 jurors. We call it 12 and a half. You got 12 jurors, one judge, and a 50-50 fucking chance. So Tory Lanez was judged by his peers, and they found Tory Lanez to be guilty of assaulting Megan Thee Stallion. But they didn't release a lot of evidence, right? There was a gunshot residue test taken that night. There was 2 individuals that were swabbed. Both individuals tested positive for the gunshot residue, right? Now they're saying the trajectory. They're saying that, you know, the bullets wasn't fired from here, 3 shots was fired, and then somebody else fired the gun, this, that, and the third. Again, the jurors found him guilty because of the way he prosecuted that case, which is not right when they do shit like that. It's malicious conduct. So anyway, Tory Lanez, you got what started Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez's story never changed. Tory Lanez always claimed to be innocent. He always said he never did nothing. Tory Lanez better be lucky, Big Dice, his ass got stabbed, right? He better be lucky his ass got stabbed. If Tory Lanez didn't get stabbed, his ass would finish out the rest of that damn sentence, right? Now, the reason why Tory Lanez got stabbed, that's just why he got all the publicity, because he got stabbed, and I don't think he should be housed in a level 4 or level 5 yard. Then that's just my personal opinion. I don't think so. Right. I don't think he's groomed for that. But Tory Lanez is how unfortunate that he had to go through that of being stabbed, right? and being hurt like that for his, he should have an immediate release, but cause and effect, Big Dice. See, there's
That's
certain
right.
things.
Immediate pardon.
Right. Immediate. He should have an immediate release, and he should be compensated for being stabbed. He's going to sue the state of California. He's going to sue everybody ass. That's what he's supposed to do, right? But how?
Right.
Okay, now we got cause and effect. They say, well, you know what? Tory Lanez got stabbed by the Mexican. We all know the Mexican that stabbed him, 42 years old. He was 20 years old. He was actually given a life sentence. He had a girlfriend that was 13 years old at the time. He unalived her. He also assaulted a guy. They gave him an 8-year sentence for assault on another inmate.
Right.
Then he received an additional 2-year sentence for having a weapon amongst he was known to be a very violent inmate in California. The yard that they was on was a checkoff yard, right? But Tory Lanez, let's get to Tory Lanez. The reason Tory Lanez got stabbed was because of his fucking mouth. Excuse my language, Big Dice. Because of his mouth. It wasn't no race thing. Tory Lanez was housed on that block with the majority Mexicans, right? But Tory Lanez, they forgetting the part about the visit. They forgetting the part about Tory Lanez throwing his money around. They're forgetting the part about Tory Lanez telling this man that he would have sex with his girlfriend, disrespectful. People ain't playing that shit. I don't care what color you is.
I said that in the live.
People ain't playing that, right? Yeah, and that's what it was. So they're not telling the story of how Tory Lanez was allegedly to, disrespected this man, a woman in visit, telling him he getting out, he gonna F his girl, just throwing his money around and trying to do, just doing antagonizing this individual, right? So, bro, like it's great that Tory Lanez that he survived. It's good that he would be freed from these bullshit ass charges, them bum charges that they put on him, right? But at the end of the day, bro, you got cause and effect. If Tory Lanez don't get stabbed, bro, he's gonna finish the remainder of that sentence, bro. He's gonna finish the remainder of that, yeah, because he always claimed his innocence. He always claimed his innocence, but
they never would even investigated it so deeply.
No, they wouldn't have never investigated. They would have never investigated, bro. Them 14 stabs, they was worth it. They got him up out of there. But now, right now, so moving forward. If Tory Lanez is free tomorrow, what do the judicial system do with Megan Thee Stallion? If Tory Lanez is released tomorrow, with them citing malicious conduct and saying that everything was fabricated, everybody lied, what happens to the individuals that got on the stand and told a lie?
I said the same thing. That's right. I said it in my life.
Where's the justice? Because you justice.
I said should be given the same time.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? So as far as
added on time.
So as far as the custodial sentence, right? I feel, Big Dice, that she needs a reprimand, right? I don't know. And I'm not talking about no verbal reprimand. I'm definitely not talking about physically anybody touching her, right? I think she needs to be brought down to reality, because at the end of the day, if this man is declared to be innocent of those charges, well, what he just went through at that part of his life was solely because of Megan Thee Stallion.
That's right.
Because of Megan. So I see
because of the whole situation. That's right.
A fact. I seen another. That's crazy, right? Because I was just watching. I think she was with Gail
King show. I played it on my show.
So she asked her, did she ever, at one point they had asked her, did she ever have, was she ever intimate with him? And she said no, right? But then she turned around and said, maybe one, you can pull up on your thing. She said, maybe
why would
one
she even ask
or
me
two
about that? I might have fucked them once or twice.
Okay, then. So how
is she credible?
Right. How is she credible? You feel what I'm saying? So
that's right.
At the end of the day, bro, it's like, again, it's a good thing that he survived. I don't like the fact that people was pushing the race thing, making it seem like, they did it because of the race thing. It cause and effect, bro. It's rules to the penitentiary, bro. It's rules to penitentiary, bro. And that's just that. You feel what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, bro, like if he's deemed to be innocent, bro, she shall have some type of consequences, bro. Some type of reprimand, something, bro.
It's a fact.
Something.
That shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah, and again, bro,
immediately from his release.
Immediately, and if like she has to have some type of reprimand, bro, because you got cause and effect. A woman can do these things to people that's another story, but Yeah, she just, you understand what I'm saying? Like she terrible. Then she got up and put up the, oh my God, it was so
Good dance, bitch.
Yeah, she put the world you yeah, but Tory Lanez, you know, it's a good thing that he survived. Free Tory Lanez, you feel what I'm saying? And he should have an immediate release upon the new evidence that they just not giving to the media. Big guys, they don't be doing they be doing bull crap, bro. Like they be withholding evidence, they be tainting evidence. You got crooked cops that do things, they turn their cameras around, they turn their cameras off. And then when they get the summary, when they get the report and they pass it over to these prosecutors is prosecuting you maliciously, bro. Like everything is fabricated and they're taking that, and that's their job. They do that every day. Yeah, so
over exaggerated in the script.
Right. So for a master manipulator to convince 12 people that's ignorant, because we ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. 12 people that's ignorant to law, ignorant to the elements, right? Ignorant to law, right? It's easy for a master manipulator to convince them.
That's right.
Yeah. You say, they say, well, you know what? You're innocent until found guilty. Well, guess what? People already got a perception of you anyway because of the charge. That's a fact. Because of your charge, right? So it's like you're already in an uphill battle. And then you got some prosecutors that know dudes be free. Dudes don't be guilty as charged. But because of our past, because of what a person did when they was finding out who they was, when they was 16, 17, 19, 21, some people still ain't coming to own until they was 28, 29, 30, respectfully, right? But you can't hold what a person 26 years of age done at 26 years ago. He's 52 years of age now. So now you want to talk about what he did when he was 26? We're not even talking about the same person.
That's right.
We're not even talking about the same person. So a lot of that, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, like, is that the law, bro? You feel what I'm saying? Like the law messy though, bro. The law messy is tricky, and to each his own, bro. But you know, due diligence, bro. I think that when they picking jurors, I think they need to pick people. You know how many people went to law school and don't have a damn job? You know how many people went to law school and don't have a job?
When they say jury of peers, I always say that I had this dumb, like figment of imagination. That when they say jury of peers, they would actually say, you know what, we're gonna go to the environment with this individual, where may have been white or black, were raised, and we're gonna get a grouping of people in this area to judge this scenario, because they would be more accustomed to what's going on, as opposed to somebody that's just intrigued with what they're hearing.
Right.
Facts.
And me, right? I've been to 3 trials. The trial, the big trial. They got me dressed out, but excuse me, they got me handcuffed to the front, shackled from my waist to my feet. I'm dressed up, but I got a spit mask over my head. As soon as I get to the courtroom door, the bailiffs didn't want to take the chains. And them people see what y'all doing. Them people see how I'm coming out here. You think them people don't believe I'm some type of gangbang? I'm some type of gangster? And I'm attached to this, that, this. And it was all because of perception. You feel what I'm saying? I got a spit mask on them. And then I got the tattoos. People be putting them tattoos and these tattoos on them, bro, and putting them in places that's visible to the eye.
ABG.
It's not good, but excuse me, but yeah, man, you know, at the end of the day, though, Big Dice, you know, like the man free the man, Megan Thee Stallion, her reprimand need to be severe. If Lauren London and Puff Daddy had a pass, well, guess what? It is what it is about that, but it's great content. Puff Daddy has been exposed, and Puff Daddy, I look forward, and I'm not praying on his downfall, but look for Puff Daddy to be charged with, you know, with unaliving those individuals. But Big Dice, this story is gonna get messy. Puff Daddy, remember in that phone call, if you can go back when he first got locked up, he said something to one of his kids about he was trying to reach out to I think it was Jay-Z or somebody. He said something about everybody going down.
He ain't calling, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, guess what, Big Dice? If any of what I'll be sure alleged is true, if any of it, Big Dice, is true, well, guess what?
Going to jail.
The doctor, because the doctor had to give him the medicine to perform them acts, Big Dice.
That's right.
Yeah, we're talking about induced cardiac arrest. We're talking about, you know, people's Wi-Fi being shut down. This can get big, Big Dice. This shit can lead to Puff Daddy can bring a lot of people down with him. When he start going down fast, rapidly, yeah, because what doctor gave him this medicine, Big Dice? All them people, the way they died, you feel what I'm saying? They're alleging that they died because of, you know, Kim Porter, rest in peace, was going to reveal a book. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and she got tired. All tell. Wait a minute, hold up. Something, and I got so much upstairs. Something happened with him and Heavy D, and I was like, dang, I missed that. And I'm just reading. I got so much upstairs, and I'm like, wow, Big Dice, that's crazy. It ain't looking good for P. Diddy though.
Well, shout out to Wax AP, man.
I appreciate you for having me, bro.
You dig?
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me.
Tell them where to come get you at, Wax. Y'all know I got to go to work in the morning.
I got
conversation, you dig?
Yeah, y'all come over there with me. I'm telling you right now, I'm cracking jokes. I got so many jokes. I told Trey his mom could hog spit 300 yards. Boy, I said, boy, I got nothing but jokes, Big Dice. I said, you should see the turbulence when she spit. Big Dice, them boys don't want no. Listen, that's what I'm on. I'm a funny game. I'm having fun.
Yo, shout out to Wax AP in the now. Yo, Team Guardian. Shout out to 050 China Brim.
That's a fact. Shout out to the bro. Salute to Frankie
Blue
too,
you
man.
Know with that great content. He doing it.
I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Work, man. Yo, Wax, hit me up. We out of here, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you,
bro.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, instinct. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?